Shalom, Shalom, the Shia from GMS Savannah, come with another lesson. But first and foremost, I want to give all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, the elder bishop make great millstone, which rule well and teach well. And to the alchemists as well as the Phillips are pushing us on the sent truth and sincerity while risking life to do so. And to your hopeful lack of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, as well as speckled birds scattered amongst the heathens that have the appearance of the heathens, but their father seed line goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and also referred to as Israelite foreigners. But today's lesson I'm going into is Teddy Bridgewater. Um, Teddy Bridgewater, was a NFL player, highly talented, coming out of Louisville. Uh, Went back to his alma mater, Northwestern in Miami, and we just found out that he got suspended, and everything's just crazy. What this, what the brother been doing. He's trying to help out his high school, going back home, and you just look how things have worked out for him. Going back home. You ever heard the term like going back home? Sometimes it ain't good for you. You know. But like I say, we're gonna look at this little quick video, and then gonna hit some precepts and scriptures on it.
Where to start, but let's talk about it. Man, look, I don't know where to start, but let's talk about it. Teddy Bridgewater, suspended by Miami Northwestern. Now, y'all may ask, why was he suspended? Because he took his own money to make sure them kids ate, got home from practice, or got to practice. He went the extra mile with his money. Improper benefits. Are we, bro, are we serious right now? Like, a coach, the head coach, the top guy, took his own money, provided transportation and food and different things like that for his kids. For his kids. And he get suspended. I wouldn't come back, bro. I'm sorry. I wouldn't come back. I read the article. Teddy was like, no, I'm here. I ain't going nowhere, brother. I am gone. Do you understand me? I am gone. Because here's the thing. Why didn't y'all fight for me? Y'all got to fight for me. Ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way I'm spending my own money. He just put out a post the other day saying, look, he asking the community, hey, can y'all step up? Can y'all donate? Because this is what I'm spending. This is what I'm spending on y'all kids. On the team that y'all come and support. This is what I'm spending. Bro, ain't no way. I'm gone. He told me something. I ain't going nowhere. And even if I have to volunteer and coach from the bleachers. No. No way. Fuck out of here. No. Hell no. Bro, what? Nah, bro. We out here winning state championships and this, that, and the third, and I'm getting suspended because I took care of my kids. I went the extra mile as a coach. Fuck out of here. Man, look.
Yeah, that's crazy. He out here. He's out here spending his money. To help the kids eat and get practice and this and that. You know what I'm saying? But hey, we in the truth, man. A Great Millstone, we the 100, man. We see through why all this is going on, man. Hey, Teddy Bridgewater is still under the curses. Whether he know that or not, he is under the curses. You want to go and do all this, to come back and and have these kids, want to continue to be a part of something in this world, man, which this world is collapsing, going down the drain. That ain't the will of the Father. That's why we go out on the highways and hedges, man, to warn our people, man. The Hebrew Israelites, to warn our people, man. The time that's coming to get your home in order, because hey, you don't repent and come back to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, have that covering over you. You know you're going to fall into these snails that's coming down the road. You know, and right here, this first scripture I'm gonna start it with right here is Ephesians 5:17, and it says, "Wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is." You know, the will of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. You have to have an understanding of the will of the Lord. And the will of the Lord is learning these scriptures, man. You know, to prepare you of dangers that's ahead for you Hebrew Israelites, man. These living waters. These scriptures are gonna give you stability, man, when hell break loose out here, man. The do's and do nots, man. This is what we need to know. And that's why we try to warn our people, man. You know, but we know the 2/3 gonna be 2/3. But this for the hopeful elect, the people that can understand where we're coming from. You know, it's all about the will of the Father, man. You know, it's all about the will of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. That's what it's all about here in the end days, man. Hey, Babylon is on the time clock now, man. Time is dwindling away. You know, this almost goes into community type stuff, man. But hey, like I say, at the end of the day, sleazy is behind it. And like I say, nothing's gonna prosper on this side for you, Jake. You know, we still under these curses, man, and that's just the way it is until Big Brother Yahushua come back, man. You know. And so, hey, man, we see through all this, man. That's going on, man, here in Babylon, man. You know, it's crazy. You know, you don't have these other Edomite coaches worrying about this, man. They have financial for everything with these kids, man. You know, but you having to spend your own money, that's crazy. And the community don't won't even help you, man. Don't that sound like the curses? It's right on the money. It's heavy curses still going on. Right here, Micah 2:10. Arise ye and depart from this is not your rest, because it's polluted and it shall destroy you even with a sore destruction. Yeah, this is not our resting place, man. We trying to tell our people, man, that hey, man, that Babylon is coming to the end, man. You know, and soon we'll be in rulership, man. So we got to do away from Babylon, man. This place, it's about over. It's not worth putting your time in for here. We getting ready, for us to take rulership, man. And the world will be happy when we in rulership, man. Everything will rejoice. You know? But you can't try to build something here in Babylon because it's not going to work, man. It's like any other thing that the Israelites try to do, man. It's not going to work, man. The Lord is not going to let it work, man. You know? He don't want you to dwell in this place, man, and try to build, because it's going down the drain. And I'm pretty sure, he sees videos of, a great millstone, or know about the Hebrew Israelites, but you got to understand, this is not our resting place, Jake. And I'm not surprised at what he's going through. It's all part of the curses. You know what I'm saying? And 1 John 2:15, love not the world, neither the things that's in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. Yeah, you can't love this world. You can't help it, man. A lot of these kids, I understand that he's trying to, to be close to them and keep them, neck, close together, you know, because like I say, a bunch of these, 13, 14-year-old kids, man, they get in trouble, man. As soon as they go back home, man, they get in a lot of trouble. But hey, man, that's all part of the curses too. You know, you're going back to these single parent homes in rough neighborhoods, and you know it's just crazy. You know, but like I say, we just have to warn our people, man, and understand why things are going on, why they're going the way they are here in Babylon, man. You know, we still under these curses. And you know, like I say, and you know, hey, Teddy got to understand, you know, you got sleazy eater, but that's even though we know that you know Northwestern is a predominantly black school, but I'm pretty sure you got a sleazy E behind it. You know, never trust our enemies. You know, you can never trust them, man. So you know, like I say, man, it's a sad situation, but hey, we understand why this happening. You know, and like I say, Teddy, hey, you want to spend your money, man, spend it. Put your money in the truth. You always get it back. You know, because you know, alms, charity, and tithing, man. You put the money in the truth, man. You get your money back. Now, hey, what's the chance you recouping your money back for spending it on these, you know, on these kids, man? You know, these other coaches ain't spending their money on these kids. You know, they have a supporting cast. A lot of these Edomite coaches, man. You can't be for them. This is not your world, Jake. You know, the earth was given into the hands of the wicked. You know, so you trying to be like these you know these other coaches, man. It ain't gonna work. You know, we have to do the Father's will, man, and get away from the things of this world, man. Because hey, Esau's coming to the end, and Jacob is the beginning, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, we gonna be able to enjoy, you know, once we get on top. But here in Babylon, it's just not gonna work. You know, no matter how much you try to do it on your own, it's not gonna help. And you can see that you try to do this on your own, man, it didn't work, man. That's part of the curses. And we just have to let our people understand why things are happening like they are. You know. But I hope this will edify to the hopeful sheep and lamb, Kwam Yasharala. Duwala Yahab Yahab Hashem Yahweh Shai. On to the next lesson. Shalom.